Okay. So today we'll discuss some more basics related to inverse trigonometric functions. So I know yesterday because in a hurry I couldn't explain in detail. I know you have many of you have some doubts regarding that. Okay. So we'll clarify those things because I need you to people to be very clear about the basics. Okay. Okay. So to begin with, I think I had left near the values of the trigonometric functions. Values of the trigonometric functions. So I told I'll give you a trick to remember the values and had explained it also, right? I had explained the trick also. So today again I'll explain. So what you can, I hope you can see the table, right? You can see my table properly. Okay. So you can see row wise, if you see, there are some 7 columns. You can see there are, I have written the angles 0, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and 360 degree. Okay. Similarly, I have written it in the radian form as well. Okay. That is pi by 6, pi by 4, pi by 3, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Okay. So I have written only sine, cos, tan because if you know sine, cos, tan, you can so sine, cos, tan. Then you can find for others also for cosecant, secant, and cot. So for sine, what you have to do? The trick is only this much. What you have to do? First, you write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. First, you write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you have to do is you just divide it by 4. Okay. Divide it by 4. Okay. Okay. So once you divide it by 4, what you'll get? You'll get it as 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2. After dividing, I'll get this as answers 3 by 4, 1. Okay. Now, are we done? No. What else you have to do is, once you have divided by 4, whatever the answer you get, take the square root of it. That is, square root of 0 is 0. Square root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. Square root of 1 by 2 is 1 by square root of 2. And square root of 3 by 4 is what you'll get? 3 by root 3 by 2. And square root of 1 is 1. You got the values? So what is the value for sine 0? Sine 0 is 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. Okay, the table is very important for all your problems because even in this chapter we'll be dealing with values of sine inverse where you need to know what value corresponds to what angle. Okay, so from 0 to 90 degree you can find in this manner for sine, just to remember the things. Okay, now what you'll do for cos, write it in the reverse order. Whatever for sine you have written for 90 degree, sine 90 degree gain ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅದನ್ನು cos 0 ಗೆ ಬರೆಯಿರಿ. So it is 1. And whatever you have written for sine 60 degree, write it for cos 30 degree and continue in the same order. So it will be 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and 0. Okay, so tan, I think you can find out tan. How to find tan? Tan is nothing but, Students, just give me a moment. Am I audible, students? Am I audible? Can you hear me now? Students, I just need an answer. Can you hear me now? Students, can you hear me now? Okay, fine. Okay, there was some technical problem. I'll repeat it again. Okay, I'll repeat. Okay, fine. Okay. So for tan, what you'll do? You'll write it as sin x by cos x. So 0 by 1 is 0. Then 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2. So what you'll get? 1 by root 3. And then if you take what you'll get? 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2, you'll get it as 1. And then you'll get it as root 3. Here, what is 1 by 0? 1 by 0 is not defined. So you'll get it as not defined. Okay. Just give me a moment, students. Okay. Now, so now you know what is tan 0, tan 30 degree, tan 45, tan 60, tan 90 degree. Now, when you come for the other things, okay, how to get the other things? So 180, 90 degree in the 360 degree tanka hege nenpidkotiga. So already I have one, correct? Sin 90 degree, I have one. So what you have to do is, for 180 degree, you put it as 0. For 270, put it as -1. And then for 360, again 0. Okay, I want everyone to write whatever the basics you need. Just take a book and write it down, because I won't be giving the notes for all these things. Okay, and kindly mute your videos, students. Okay, fine. So next, okay, so once if you are done with the sign, again for the cos, what you have to do, you have to write it in the reverse order. Same thing, from 90 degree to 360 degree, you write it in a reverse order. For 90 degree, you have to write whatever the value sin 360 degree has taken. So 90 degree cos 90 degree ಗೆ ಏನು ಬರಿಬೇಕು, sin 360 degree ಗೆ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 180 degree ಗೆ sin 270 degree ಏನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ -1. and for 180 degree ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು, sorry, for 270 degree cos 270 degree sin 180 degree ಏನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ಬರಿಬೇಕು, and it continues. Okay, so then tan, as I told you earlier, sin by cos, 0 by -1 is 0, -1 by 0 is not defined. Okay, and then comes 0 by 1, 0 by 1 is again 0. So now you know how to find sine, cos and tan functions, correct? A way to remember the values for sine, cos and tan at different angles. Okay, remembering these values is very, very important. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. Next thing is, what I want you people to know is ASTC rule. Okay, ASTC rule. Now what is this ASTC rule? ಏನಿದು ASTC rule? ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ASTC rule ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ವಿ? We had studied this in our first PUC, right? So for what we used to study about ASTC rule? For what? For what purpose we studied ASTC rule? Students, for what purpose? Can anyone answer? I had already discussed about ASTC rule. For graph, what kind of graph? Graphigoskara graph alli apply madidvi, haudu, correct. So for what? To find the values of various trigonometric function in a particular quadrant. ಹೌದಾ? ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸೈನ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ASTC ರೂಲ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾಫ್. Okay, you have to consider graph. So this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, this is fourth quadrant. So this is y, x, correct? ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಗ್ರಾಫ್. Okay, so now ASTC rule, ASTC. So how you'll remember ASTC rule? How you'll remember ASTC rule as? So ASTC rule, all students take coffee. Good. Same, the same thing, Adam. All students take coffee. ASTC rule is nothing but all students take coffee. So what does this rule says? ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಆಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so first quadrant is nothing but 0 to pi by 2 and second quadrant is nothing but pi by 2 to pi. Okay, second quadrant is pi by 2 to pi and third quadrant is pi to 3 pi by 2. Okay, again fourth quadrant is 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. So puna one round bandra adenagutte, it becomes 4 pi. Okay, this is how it goes. Now what this rule says, what A means, what do you mean by A? So trigonometric functions eshtiде, how many trigonometric functions you have? Totally you have 6 trigonometric functions. Okay, 6 trigonometric functions. Now what A means first quadrant ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ 0 ಇಂದ pi by 2 ತನಕ 0 ಇಂದ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ತನಕ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಗಳು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ 0 to 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ A means in the first quadrant, okay, in the first quadrant all the trigonometric functions are positive. Okay, all the trigonometric functions are positive. Andre if you take sine 30 degree, cos 30 degree, sine 60 degree, tan 30 degree, idradella value nimage ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, whatever value you get, that is positive. You can observe that is positive. So A means everything is, all the trigonometric functions take the values whatever it gives will be positive in this particular quadrant. Now what S means, what do you mean by S? I can see students answering. Good. Now what S means, that is to the second quadrant. What S means, sine. What about sine and cosecant? What is the reciprocal of sine? Sine is cosecant. Yes, good, Subramanya. Sine and cosecant are negative in the second quadrant. Good. Sine and cosecant are sorry, it's not negative, it is positive. Sorry, it is positive. Okay, sine and cosecant are positive in the second quadrant. Second quadrant alli angles ellinda elli tanaka irtade 90 degree to 180 degree. Okay, sine and cosecant are positive. Except sine and cosecant, all the other trigonometric functions, that is the remaining 4 trigonometric functions, are negative. Okay, I hope this was clear. Second quadrant alli sine matte cosecant positive irtade, remaining trigonometric functions negative irtade. You can observe. Okay, in between values you can observe. Okay, now what does T mean? T means, good, Noor Fatima, it is tan and cot. In the third quadrant, tan, third quadrant andre angles ellinda elli tanaka irbeku 180 to 270 madhye iruvanta angles. Okay, 180 to 270. So in third quadrant, good standing, tan and cot are positive and rest all the trigonometric functions are negative. Okay, now what does C means? Last quadrant, cos and secant. Good. So cos and secant are positive. Ulda ella trigonometric functions ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 270 to 360 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ASTC ರೂಲ್. ಸೊ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, all students take coffee. Okay, if you are done. Okay, now so I will give one more thing you have to remember is sine of minus x is always minus sine x. Okay, suppose you have to find what is sine of minus pi by 2. What you'll do? You'll write it as minus sine pi by 2. Okay, sine of a negative angle is minus sine of that angle. And but cos of minus x is always cos x. So negative sign doesn't alter the value. Okay, this thing you have to remember. Sine of minus x is minus sine x. Cos of minus x is cos x. Okay, so in this slide you can see I have written it properly. What other functions take what kind of value, positive or negative value ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೋ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು quadrant ಅಲ್ಲಿ each individual trigonometric functions. If you want, take a screenshot, or if you are writing, you can write it down. Because okay, I hope this was clear. ASTC rule was clear, right? Students, whether okay, fine. Okay, fine. So we'll move on. Next, graph. So this is something which is very important because sine ella direct functions idu andre sine idu cos tan all these functions idradellادರದ್ದು you need to know the graph ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Only then you can know the graph of inverse functions. Okay, only then you can know the graph of inverse functions. Okay, now this is the graph of sine function. Idu sine function idu graph. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ x axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ angles ಅನ್ನು ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. Okay, in the x axis we have written the angles. Okay, x axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ angles ಬರ್ತಿದೆ starting from 0 in between pi by 2 ಮತ್ತೆ 0 ದ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. minus pi by 2 to minus pi. Similarly this side pi by 2 pi 3 pi by 2 2 pi. Now this is also called as sine wave. Sine wave anta karitira. You use it in physics and all. This is called as sine wave. Now what you can observe from this graph, ಏನೇನು observe ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು graph ಅಲ್ಲಿ, what and all you can observe from this graph? You can see the graph, right? What and all you can observe from this graph? ಏನು observe ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಈ graph ಅಲ್ಲಿ? What you can observe? Yeah, radiance and all those things are there. Other than that, the main thing, what is striking in this graph? ಏನು strike ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ graph ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ? Values are what is happening with the values. Okay, someone Dikshita is talking about values. Okay, values are there, but what is happening with the values? Angles ಮತ್ತೆ values ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಏನ್ like what you can see? Values are increasing. Okay, so you can say values are increasing. ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? y axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇದೆ? y axis ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ? 1 ಮತ್ತೆ -1 ತನಕ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ನೀವು ಸೈನ್ ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಂಗಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು, even if you take sin 540 degree, okay, sin 540 degree ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ the value of the sine function does not exceed -1 and 1. Okay, that is the first thing you need to observe. ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ರು ಅದರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೈನ್ ಗೆ if you want to find the value of a sine, okay, sine some angle, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು angle find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ the values won't exceed this particular interval -1 and 1. It can be -1, it can be 1, but it cannot be more than 1 or it cannot be less than -1. Okay, that thing you have to observe, correcta? You can see -2 pi ಕೂಡ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, 1 ಗೆ ನಿಲ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, -3 pi by 2, and you can see pi by 2 is also 1, and here if you see minus pi by 2 is -1. You can't see a value beyond -1 or above 1, correcta? -1 ಗಿಂತ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, 1 ಗಿಂತ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, correcta? Are you observing that? Did you get whatever I am saying? Okay, yes, fine. So what does this mean? On the graph ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ domain is nothing but the values which it takes, correct? Domain is nothing but, yeah, 0 is also included. -1 ಮತ್ತೆ 1 ನ ನಡುವೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ values ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಇದೆ, including 0. -1 number line, if you consider the number line this is -1, this is 1. ಇದರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಸೈನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತದೆ. Okay, it doesn't exceed 1 and it doesn't go beyond -1. That is the thing you need to observe. So in the x-axis, whatever the values we have given, this is not it. 2 pi minus 2 pi ಗೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ what else you can observe with the graph? Can you see some pattern with the graph? Graph ಅಲ್ಲಿ pattern ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? You won't get the value above -1. Okay, so pattern ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ graph ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Can you see the pattern in the graph? Repeat ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಹೀಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, you can see it goes like this. It goes like this. Yes, you can see a pattern. So even after 2 pi ಗೆ ನಿಲ್ಲೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರ ನಂತರದ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು again it continues in the same way. Okay, it continues in the same way. ಈ ರೀತಿನೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Here it will go in the downward direction and then again it will go in the upward direction. So you can see after every particular interval the graph is repeating, correct? If you see from 0 ಇಂದ ಶುರುವಾಗಿ 2 pi ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? You can see the graph ends here, taking all the values between -1 and 1. Again, if you see the other side, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಗೆ -2 pi, it goes like this and then it goes down and again reaches 0. Correct? There is a pattern and that pattern is repeating. Correct? That pattern is repeating. So ಯಾವಾಗ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, or particular pattern ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, that kind of functions are called periodic functions. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, that kind of functions are called periodic function. If the function repeats after a certain interval, then such functions are called as periodic functions. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? What is the period? Okay, so okay, leave about the period. What is the domain of this function? What is the domain of this function? Domain is the values in the x-axis. As I told, this is not the end. Even after this it continues. So what is the domain of this function? What is the domain of this function, students? What is the domain of sin x? What is the domain of the values in the x-axis? Fine. What is that? What is that? What is that, students? What is that? All real numbers. Good, Ranjita. All the real numbers. So domain is nothing but all the real numbers. So real numbers is the domain. What is the range? Values ಯಾವ್ದು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? So ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? So what is the range? What is the range? What is the range, students? What is the range? What is the -1 to 1? Good, Faisal. Good, Faisal. Yeah, Tasmi also. So it is nothing but closed interval -1 to 1. Okay, closed interval -1 to 1. Why we are closing? Because -1 is also included, 1 is also included. Remember, domain and range are very important. Okay, domain and range of a trigonometric functions are very important. So idu sine ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು. Now look into the other trigonometric functions. Graph ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? You can see the similarity between sine and cos graph. Same ತರ wave repeat ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, but different angles ಅಲ್ಲಿ repeat ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So they have given you the domain and range and the period. Period ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂತದ್ದು. Okay, as I told earlier, here you can see 0 to 2 pi ತನಕ you can see a crest and a trough. Correct? You call it like that, right? A crest and a trough. So in ಹಂಪ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದು, ಮೇಲಿನ ಹಂಪನ್ನು ಕ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಹಂಪನ್ನು ಟ್ರಫ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟ್ರಫ್ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದು 0 to 2 pi ಒಳಗಡೆ. So the period is sine is a periodic function with period 2 pi. Okay, because we can see the one crest and trough in a interval from 0 to 2 pi. So 2 pi is the period of sine function. Okay, that is what they have told here. Similarly with the cos function also, the domain is all the real numbers and range is all the range is -1 to 1. So when you talk about, okay, just make a note of it, students. Okay, now when you come, range is -1 to 1 and period is, it is of 2 pi. And then when you say about tan function, domain is set of all real numbers. Okay, set of all real numbers excluding pi by 2, like multiples of pi by 2. Pi by 2 in a multiples ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಉಳಿದ ಎಲ್ಲಾ real numbers ಕೂಡ domain ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Why we cannot include the multiples of pi by 2 in tan function? Because so as I told you earlier, you can see pi by 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ not defined ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, 270 degree ಅಲ್ಲಿ not defined ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So except those values, those multiples of pi by 2, tan is defined everywhere and the range is -infinity to infinity, and even tan is a periodic function with period pi. Okay, tan is a periodic function with period pi. Similarly with cosecant, secant and cot. Okay, you can see the table over here. Take a screenshot of the table also. This table is very important because we'll be dealing with the inverse related to domain and range. Okay, domain and range ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು direct functions ಇದು. Okay, so take a screenshot of this. So here x not equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2 means all the real numbers excluding this. Okay, tan x is the domain if check ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ x not equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2 ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ x the domain of tan x is all the real numbers excluding the multiples of odd multiples of pi by 2. Okay, odd multiples of pi by 2. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, so now I think I have only 7 more minutes, so I'll quickly discuss about the formulas which you have studied in your first year, so that we can start with the syllabus tomorrow. Okay, so the first thing you have studied is cos x plus y formula. What is cos x plus y? Cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. All these formulas are needed. I won't be explaining the formula again. Just you remember the formula. Cos x minus y is cos x cos y plus sin x sin y. Okay, similarly, what is sin x plus y? Sin x plus y is sin x cos y plus cos x sin y, and then sin x minus y. Remember, these formulas are very important in order to solve the problems related to inverse trigonometric functions. So make a note of all the problems, all the formulas. Okay, keep that formula sheet with you. Okay, similarly tan x plus y. Tan x plus y is also very important. So what is tan x plus y? Tan x plus y is tan x plus tan y divided by 1 minus tan x tan y. Okay, and the similarly tan x minus y, all those things you have to study, and cos 2x, you have to study the formula for cos 2x also, all the 4 formulas. Cos square x minus sin square x. Okay, and then 2 cos square x minus 1 minus 2 sin square x 1 minus tan square x by 1 plus tan square x. Okay, study the formula for sin 2x, tan 2x, sin 3x, cos 3x, tan 3x. All these formulas are required for trigonometry, for inverse trigonometry as well as for continuity. Okay, and the identities, the basic identities of trigonometry, that is cos square x plus sine square x is equal to 1. So then what is 1 minus sine square x? What is 1 minus sine square x, students? What is 1 minus sine square x? What is 1 minus sine square x? Cos square x. Good Noor Fatima. Faisal, yeah, good. So it is cos square x. So the other basic identities also, what are the other identities? 1 plus tan square x. Basic identities are very important. 1 plus tan square x is secant square x, and 1 plus cot square x is cosecant square x. Okay, these identities are very important. Okay, so I hope I'll stop this to here. So tomorrow we'll start with the chapter. So before that, before I start the chapter, what I want you to go through is regarding the definitions of relations, functions. Okay, that is one function, onto function, and invertible function. Then we'll say a function is invertible. So these things you have to look after and come. Okay, you have to just go through it and come back. Okay, I hope I was clear. We just study about uh, the what and all, one function, onto function, many one function. When you say a particular relation as function, the basics. Okay, and then when you will say a given function is